to be back with you here at the Neshoba County Fair after the pandemic last year. On the fair board, my other role, it was a difficult decision for us to have to make that decision last year to not have the fair. Felt like we did it right, made the right decision, and so it is really good to be back. I do just real quick little housekeeping. I have several colleagues from the legislature here with me today. They're scattered around all over the square here, Family Square, and big. I want to welcome them here. Thank you for coming to the fair. You know, Representative Andrews was a hard act to follow sometimes. And you know, you would think that when they doing the program, we put together a program, Dr. Coles and Andy King, that we would, that I would have the foresight not have him behind me. He's a hard act to follow. But he did mention one thing I want to talk about just for a minute. We did have last night. This is not political related. This is fair board related. Okay, so I've got another hat on real quick. We did have the Hardy show last night. It was a fantastic show. We did a great job. But we didn't have a light tonight. You know, we kept backstage watching it. We was watching it. We was watching this fight. We were trying to make a decision on what we're going to do. You know, because the entertainers get real jittery with the light. We get real jittery with the light. The sound tech people get real jittery with the light and all the electronics and everything around. So I make the decision, I make the call that we're going to have to delay the show for however long we need to, okay, for the light and pass. So y'all bear with me just a minute. We make a lot of unpopular decisions down in Jackson. And I walked out on that stage last night, and I think when they saw me walking out, they knew something was up. I'm not ever going to walk out in the middle of the show. I'm certainly not going to sing, I can tell you that. So when they walked out, the boos started. The boos started. No, we won't go. No, we won't go. I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to delay the show. We consulted with the artists, we consulted with the artist management, and you know, for the sake of everybody, we're just going to have to delay the show. Of course, I knew in my mind, our patrons down there, they weren't going anywhere. Okay, we were not going to get in the league, and you know that was that. But I was getting texts, and they're going, you can make a lot of people mad at the captain. He said, Scott, you ain't never, ever made this many people mad at one time. So just be aware of that. Anyways, good story. Michael did touch on it a little bit. Look, I do want to talk to y'all just a little bit about some things that we have been doing in the legislature. Not going to be redundant about the other things you've heard this morning from my colleagues before us. You know, last year was a tough year. Pandemic-wise, governing-wise, policy-making-wise, it was a tough year. And so we're winning special session last year, or winning session, and to do some things with COVID. One of the things that we did, and I want to talk more focused on rural stuff this morning. One of the things that we did is just one of the things that's very, very important now for people in the rural areas, and that's broadband, okay? Broadband service, as you public utilities chairman in the House, it falls to me for us to take the funds, take what we can, and try to get broadband out to the areas that need it the most. Last year we were fortunate with the COVID-19 money to devote $150 million to the rural broadband effort. We did that in cooperation with the rural co-ops. They stepped forward and said, you know, if you'll give us $75 million, we'll put up $75 million of our own money, and we will do it through our co-ops. They've done it, and they had a very short time to do it. The areas where it's needed most, they have gone out and doing a great job with this rural broadband. We're going to continue to work on it. We've got Rescue Act money coming up. I don't know how much it's going to be, but we're going to continue to work on that broadband effort. You know, one thing that I think all of us, synonymously can agree on, is whether it's coming down to the federal level or not, is whether or not the voter ID mandate will be lifted by the federal government. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we can't do that. Mississippi has a fair voter ID. Our citizens are used to it. But for the sake of election integrity, for the sake of election honesty, there's nothing wrong with presenting an ID to vote. And so we're watching this really close at the federal level. I'm going to tell you, everything, it's amazing that we do a good job at the state level, but I think a lot of times, most of the time in policy, but But the things we're having to watch coming down from Washington, that it's just amazing that we're having to exert those efforts to spend that much time to be a backstop to bad things coming out of Washington. The voter ID being one. You know, Senator Brand talked about our local infrastructure, very gracious for her work as Senator Transportation Chairman, and what she's doing here, locally Representative Evans, other people, Commissioner Simmons is here, you'll hear from him later. We're rolling on local infrastructure right here. We're making some great progress. As I said, Commissioner Simmons is here, Middle House, our district engineer, and Lynn is here, and they are being very gracious and very helpful to us as we move forward on infrastructure projects. I said I was going to talk about rural stuff. You know, every year, rural fire trucks. You know, rural fire trucks is big. The House took a position this year. The House of Representatives took a position this year that we were going to fund rural fire trucks, another round of rural fire trucks. The House passed it strong. The House has always been strong supporter of that. Sent it down to the other end of the building, and for whatever reason, it was not passed. So we did not have any new monies coming into the rural fire trucks. So we're hoping that we can work with the Senate, work with the Lieutenant Governor next year, come January. Let's keep that rural fire truck program going. It's very important for us in these rural areas to be able to keep that going. I will tell you, you know, we're unique here. We're unique in the fact that we have 3 subdivisions and 3 entities of government here. We have the city government, we have the county government, and we have the Mississippi Man Choctaw Indians. And I will tell you that we've got a great chief, the Chief Cyrus Bennett. We've been able to work with him on pieces of legislation for the last 2 years that have been helpful to them and critical to them. The things that will enhance economic development efforts on reservation lands and things that will enhance the quality of life of the people. So having being able to work with Chief Ben has been very, very good. Real quick, one bill is very dear and passionate to me was House Bill 1231 last year. The bill I offered, we call it the Outdoor Stewardship Conservation Funding Bill. We're not reinventing the wheel on this bill. This is a bill that we were going to convert sales tax dollars to that young sport with for conservation efforts across the state. I'm talking about hunting, fishing, parks, walking trails. Dedicated money is coming just as the emerging from sales tax and sporting goods that conservation is already paid anyway. Okay? So I know how important hunting and fishing is to the state of Mississippi and for the citizens of Mississippi. So this bill was built with this dedicated funds from that. A lot of states are doing it. And I'm going to tell you, we need it for our parks. We need it for walking trails. We need it for quality of life projects across the state. We're going to come back with it next year. Pass the House 117-2. Again, we were not able to get it championed all the way to the governor's desk, so we're going to come back this year with 2 versions of that. We're going to work again on the sportsmen in Mississippi, hunters, and fishermen. We're going to try to get this bill across the finish line. A lot of things going on. We're going to have a very busy session in January. I thank you for your continued prayers and support. It's great to be back here at the fair. Hope you've had a great fair. We told several people this morning that it's a little week. We got it by the tail and the downhill drag on it. So it's great to be back here though to see people at the fair, milling around, having a great time. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for coming out this morning.